Today we will discuss about the mandibular nerve. So the mandibular nerve is the largest nerve of the three division of the trigeminal nerve. It is a mixed nerve consisting of both the sensory and the motor root. It is a nerve of the first pharyngeal arch, hence it supply the all the structures derived from the first pharyngeal arch, like muscles of mastication. Now, in this image, you can see this is the cranial cavity, and in the cranial cavity posteriorly you can see this is the foramen magnum, and in the foramen magnum this is the part of brain stem known as the pons or the pontomedullary junction. In front of the uh, this brain stem, you can see anterolaterally this nerve is known as the trigeminal nerve, and in the trigeminal nerve this dilated portion of the trigeminal nerve is known as the trigeminal ganglia. So if we talk about the trigeminal nerve, so trigeminal nerve arise from the anterolateral aspect of the pons. This is the anterolateral aspect of the pons, and it run anterolaterally to the middle cranial fossa and run over the petrous part of the temporal bone. This is the petrous part of the temporal bone, and near the apex of the petrous part of the temporal bone this trigeminal nerve become enlarged to form a ganglia known as the trigeminal ganglia. This From this trigeminal ganglia, three division of nerve arise. The first division of the nerve is known as the ophthalmic division of the trigeminal nerve. This is ophthalmic division of the trigeminal nerve. The second division of the trigeminal nerve is known as the maxillary division of the trigeminal nerve. So this is maxillary division of trigeminal nerve. Now last, the third division of trigeminal nerve. In this diagram you can see this is the third division of trigeminal nerve, which is known as the mandibular division of the trigeminal nerve. So this is the mandibular division of trigeminal nerve. This mandibular division of trigeminal nerve emerge out from the skull by the foramen ovale. So this is the location of foramen ovale, where from the mandibular nerve emerge out from the cranial cavity to the infratemporal fossa. Now this is the image of the brain stem. You can see this is the midbrain. This red one is the pons, and this one is medulla. So from the pons, this is the anterolateral aspect. From the anterolateral aspect of the form, you can see this is the arise of emerge out of the trigeminal nerve. Now this is the sagittal section of the skull. In the sagittal section of skull, you can see this is the trigeminal nerve, and this one is the trigeminal ganglia, and this is the ophthalmic division, which is known as first division of trigeminal nerve. This is the maxillary division, which is known as the second division of the trigeminal nerve, and this one is the third division, which is known as the mandibular nerve. So this mandibular nerve emerge out from the cranial cavity into the infratemporal fossa. This region is known as the infratemporal fossa. So the mandibular nerve emerge out from the cranial cavity into the infratemporal fossa by the foramen ovale. This is the location of the foramen ovale. Now these are the area which are supplied by the three division of trigeminal nerve. So this blue color area of the face is known as ophthalmic zone, which is supplied by the ophthalmic division of the trigeminal nerve. This green area or zone is known as the maxillary zone, which is supplied by the second division known as the maxillary artery of the trigeminal nerve. And this purple area you can see, this is the mandibular zone, which is supplied by the third division known as the mandibular division of the trigeminal nerve. Now we will discuss about the mandibular nerve. So mandibular nerve, which is the third division of the trigeminal nerve, you can see this is the mandibular nerve. So mandibular nerve of the third division of the trigeminal nerve, which emerge out from the foramen ovale. You can see this is the foramen ovale. The mandibular nerve emerge out from the foramen ovale and goes into the infratemporal fossa. So you can see this is thick root of the mandibular nerve known as the sensory root. So the sensory root of the mandibular nerve is larger than the motor root. You can see this thin nerve is known as the motor root of the mandibular nerve. So the motor root of the mandibular nerve is directly arise from the pons, and it run deep to the trigeminal nerve and the trigeminal ganglia, and it also emerge out from the foramen ovale. After it emerging out from the foramen ovale, the motor root of the mandibular nerve join with the sensory root of the mandibular nerve to form the main trunk of the mandibular nerve. So, the main trunk of the mandibular nerve is formed by the union of the motor root of the mandibular nerve, and this one is the sensory root of the mandibular nerve. So, the main trunk of the mandibular nerve run vertically downward in the infratemporal fossa, and it will divided into the anterior division of the mandibular nerve. This is anterior division of the mandibular nerve, and the larger posterior division of the mandibular nerve. You can see this is the posterior division of the mandibular nerve. So this is the posterior division of the mandibular nerve, and this one is the anterior division of the mandibular nerve. Now we will discuss about the branches of the mandibular nerve. So if we talk about the branches of the mandibular nerve, so branches of the mandibular nerve, some branch arise from the main trunk of the mandibular nerve, some branch arise from the anterior division of the mandibular nerve, and some arises from the posterior division of the mandibular nerve. The branches which are arise from the main trunk of the mandibular nerve are the nervus spinosus and nerve 2 medial pterygoid. And the branches that are arise from the anterior division of the mandibular nerve are in 4 number. First one is mesenteric nerve, second one is deep temporal nerve, and third one is nerve 2 lateral pterygoid, and fourth one is buccal nerve. Here you should know that the buccal nerve of the anterior division of mandibular nerve is sensory division, and other nerve are the motor division, motor in the nature. Now the branches from the posterior division of the mandibular nerve are the auriculotemporal nerve, lingual nerve, and the inferior alveolar nerve. Now in the diagram you can see all these branches of the mandibular nerve. Now in this diagram you can see the branches from the main trunk. This is the main trunk of the mandibular nerve. Branches which are arise from the main trunk, that are the nervus spinosus, and this one is the nerve to medial pterygoid. The branches from the anterior division, this is the anterior division of the mandibular nerve. The branches from the anterior division of the mandibular nerve are the mesenteric nerve, deep temporal nerve, this one is nerve to lateral pterygoid, and this one is buccal nerve, which is sensory in nature. Now, branches from the posterior division of the mandibular nerve. So this is the posterior division. So this is auriculotemporal nerve, this is lingual nerve, and posteriorly this one is inferior alveolar nerve. So these are the branches of the posterior division of the mandibular nerve. Now we will discuss separately all these nerve of the mandibular nerve. Firstly, we will discuss about the branches from the main trunk of the mandibular nerve. The first nerve from the mandibular main trunk of the mandibular nerve is the nervus spinosus, also known as the meningeal branch. So you can see in this diagram, this is nervus spinosus. It is sensory branch, and it take a recurrent course to enter the cranial cavity through the foramen spinosum. Somewhere here is the location of foramen spinosum, which is located behind the foramen ovale. So this nervus spinosus take recurrent course and enter into the middle cranial fossa by the foramen spinosum, and it supply the dura mater of the middle cranial fossa. Now we will discuss about the another branch of the main trunk, that is nerve to medial pterygoid. This is nerve to medial pterygoid. Nerve to medial pterygoid is a motor branch. It arises from the medial aspect of the main trunk, and it passes through the otic ganglia. This is otic ganglia. So it passes through the or travels through the otic ganglia, and it supply the tensor tympani, tensor palati, and the medial pterygoid muscle. So this is all about the branches from the main trunk of the mandibular nerve. Now we will discuss about the branches from the anterior trunk of the mandibular nerve. So if we talk about the branches of the anterior division of the mandibular nerve, the branches are mesenteric nerve. This is mesenteric nerve. So firstly we will discuss about the mesenteric nerve. Mesenteric nerve emerge at the upper border of the lateral pterygoid muscle and just in front of the temporomandibular joint, and passes laterally through the mandibular notch and supply the masseter from the deeper aspect. In this diagram, you can see this is mandible, and this is the mandibular notch, or also known as the mesenteric nerve. And this is the mesenteric nerve which emerge out from the mesenteric notch or mandibular notch and supply the deeper aspect from the deeper aspect to the mesenteric nerve, masseter muscle. Now it also supply the temporomandibular joint. So here it is supply the temporomandibular joint. Now we will discuss about the another branch, that is nerve to medial pterygoid. So this in this diagram, nerve, another branch you should know that is deep nerve to lateral pterygoid. So in this diagram you can see this is nerve to lateral pterygoid. Now this is nerve to lateral pterygoid. This nerve to lateral pterygoid passes between the both the head of the lateral pterygoid muscle and supply the lateral pterygoid muscle. Now we will discuss about the deep temporal nerve. These are usually two in number, anterior and posterior. This is anterior and this one is posterior. And both these nerves emerge at the upper border of the lateral pterygoid and ascend up in the temporal fossa and supply the temporalis muscle from its deeper aspect. Now we will discuss about the buccal nerve. So in this diagram you can see this is buccal nerve. This is buccal nerve, okay, which is sensory in nature. It emerged between the two head of the lateral pterygoid muscle and it run forward and downward onto the buccinator muscle and giving the branch to the skin of the cheek. So it supply the skin of the cheek. Then it pierces the buccinator muscle, not supply the buccinator muscle, it pierces the buccinator muscle and supply the mucous membrane of the cheek and gum of the lower jaw opposite the molar and second premolar teeth. So this is the all about the buccal nerve. Now we will discuss about the branches from the posterior division of the mandibular nerve. So if we talk about the posterior division of the mandibular nerve, so branches are the auriculotemporal nerve. In this diagram you can see this is auriculotemporal nerve. This one is lingual nerve and this one is inferior alveolar nerve. So firstly we will discuss about the auriculotemporal nerve. So this is auriculotemporal nerve which arise by the two root, anterior root and the posterior root. You can see this is anterior root and the posterior root. Both the root encircling the middle meningeal artery. This is middle meningeal artery and unite with each other to form a single trunk known as the auriculotemporal nerve. This auriculotemporal nerve run behind the neck of the mandible and run upward and ascend over the root of zygoma to enter the temple behind the superficial temporal vessel. Now we talk about the branches or distribution of the auriculotemporal nerve. So it gives here four branch, auricular branch. Firstly, we will discuss about the auricular branch. So auricular branch in this diagram you can see this is auricular branch of the auricular nerve. So auricular branch of the auricular nerve supply the skin over the upper part of the external ear, tragus, skin over the tragus, external auditory meatus and the upper part of the tympanic membrane. Now so this is all about the auriculotemporal nerve. Now lingual nerve. If we talk about the lingual nerve, so you can see this is lingual nerve. Lingual nerve is sensory to the anterior 2/3 of the tongue except vallet papilla. This is lingual nerve. If we talk about the course of the lingual nerve, so lingual nerve begin about 1 centimeter below the skull. This is foramen oval, about 1 centimeter below the foramen oval. This is the location of the lingual nerve and about 2 centimeter below the skull it will join with the chorda tympani nerve. This is chorda tympani nerve. So chorda tympani nerve and lingual nerve unite with each other at the 2 centimeter below the skull. After emerging at the lower border of the lateral pterygoid muscle, it runs first downward and forward between the ramus of the mandible and the medial pterygoid muscle and come in direct contact with the mandible. In the groove below the medial to the last molar tooth. In this diagram you can see this is lingual nerve which is directly related with the mandible. Now it enters the mouth on the superior surface of the mylohyoid and then it crosses the styloglossus to reach the lateral surface of the hyoglossus muscle. Finally it lies on the surface of the genioglossus and here it winds around the submandibular duct. You can see this is the submandibular duct and it divides into the terminal branches. The branches of the lingual nerve provide the sensory supply to the floor of the mouth, lingual surface of the gum and anterior two-thirds of the tongue except velar papilla. And it also carries the preganglionic secretomotor fiber to the submandibular ganglia. This is submandibular salivary gland, and the submandibular salivary gland and this sublingual salivary gland. Now, important nerve, that is inferior alveolar nerve. In this diagram, you can see this is inferior alveolar nerve. This is inferior alveolar nerve. So inferior alveolar nerve is a mixed nerve and it emerges below the lower head of the lateral pterygoid and passes vertically downward on the medial pterygoid muscle. It runs between the sphenomandibular ligament and the ramus of the mandible, then enter into the mandibular foramen and goes into the mandibular canal, and this is the mandibular canal, and run into this is the mandibular foramen and this one is the mandibular canal. It run into the mandibular canal and emerge out from the mental foramen as a mental nerve. Throughout the course, this inferior alveolar nerve gives many branches. First branch it gives just before the mandibular foramen, that is known as the mylohyoid nerve. This is the mylohyoid nerve. This mylohyoid nerve run into the mylohyoid groove and it supply the mylohyoid muscle and the anterior belly of digastric muscle. Now in the mandibular canal, this inferior alveolar nerve also gives branch to the molar and premolar teeth known as the dental branches. It also supply the canine teeth and incisor teeth. So this branch is known as the incisive branch. Now this branch which emerges out from the mental foramen is known as the mental nerve, which supply the skin of the chin and mucous membrane of the lower lip. So this is the all about the branches of the inferior alveolar nerve. Now we will discuss about the clinical correlation of the mandibular nerve. So inferior alveolar nerve block, which is important for the dentistry point of view, also known as the inferior alveolar block or IA block. It is the most common nerve block performed in dentistry to carry out the dental procedure on the mandibular teeth. The anesthetic agent is injected slightly superior to the entry of inferior alveolar nerve into the mandibular foramen, being overhung by the lingula. While performing the inferior alveolar nerve, if needle is inserted too far posteriorly, it may enter the parotid gland and damage the facial nerve, leading to the transient facial palsy. So in this diagram you can see this is the site of block of the inferior alveolar nerve. So by the syringe you can block the inferior alveolar nerve in this site, and this is the procedure through which you can block the inferior alveolar nerve. So you can see this dentist insert the syringe into the cheek, mucous membrane of the cheek near the upper premolar teeth. So this is the site of inferior alveolar nerve block. Now the lingual nerve is at great risk during the surgical removal of the impacted third molar tooth. You can see this is the lingual nerve, which is closely related with the third molar tooth. So during the surgical removal of the third molar tooth, this lingual nerve may become injured. And the other risk during the removal of submandibular salivary gland, which is the during the submandibular salivary gland, also it is injured by the removal during the removal of the submandibular salivary gland. Now we will discuss about the referred pain. So it is the pain frequently referred from the one branch of the mandibular to the other. Thus, in the patient suffering from the tongue cancer, the pain radiates to the ear and the temporal fossa in the area of distributing of auriculotemporal nerve. The pain is relieved by dividing the lingual nerve below and behind the last molar tooth. At this side, the nerve is in contact with the mandible and covered only by mucous membrane. Similarly, pain from teeth is also referred to ear and temporal region. So this is all about the applied anatomy and the anatomy of the mandibular nerve. Thank you.